In this module, we shall learn the parts of a sentence. A sentence has two parts, subject and predicate. Look at the following sentences and repeat them after me. Birds fly. My mother is a teacher. In the first sentence, birds fly. What are we speaking about? We are speaking about birds. So, birds is the subject in this sentence. Next sentence is, my mother is a teacher. Here, we are speaking about my mother. So, in this sentence, my mother is the subject. So, what is the subject? Please repeat after me. The part of a sentence which names the person or thing we are speaking about is called the subject of the sentence. We read in the previous slide that what we speak about in the sentence is called subject. We can also find the subject of a sentence by picking the verb and asking the question who or what. Let us see the first example. My teacher is punctual and regular. So we pick out the verb and ask the question who or what. So what is the verb in this sentence? It is. So we ask the question, who is punctual and regular? The answer is my teacher. So my teacher is the subject. Now look at the other example. My blue pen is in my bag. What is the verb in this sentence? Is. So we ask the question, what is in my bag? The answer is my blue pen. My blue pen is in the bag. So my blue pen is the subject here. Isn't it very simple to find subject in any sentence? Of course it is. Let us take the same examples again. Birds fly. We just saw birds is the subject because we are saying about birds. But what are we saying about the birds? Is that they fly. So here fly is the predicate. Now see, in the same way in the other sentence, my mother is a teacher. My mother is the subject. And what is said about my mother? That she is a teacher. So, is a teacher is the predicate in this sentence. Please repeat after me. A predicate is that part of a sentence which tells something about the subject. Or you can understand in a simpler way that what we say about the subject is called the predicate. The predicate part has verb as its necessary component. And when we know this, it becomes easier to distinguish the subject and the predicate in the sentence. Look at some other examples. Let us find out the subject and the predicate in these sentences. First sentence is, stars twinkle in the sky. Here we talk about stars. So stars is the subject. And what are we saying about stars? That they twinkle in the sky. So twinkle in the sky is the predicate. Now let us see the other example. Priya is a good dancer. Here Priya is the subject and is a good dancer is the predicate. The next sentence is, the children are playing in the field. Here, the subject is the children and are playing in the field is the predicate. Now the last sentence is, he is a good boy. We can ask the question, who is a good boy? The answer is he. So he is the subject and is a good boy is the predicate. Please pay attention to these two sentences and repeat after me. Banana is my favorite fruit. My favorite fruit is banana. We see that same meaning is conveyed in both the sentences, that my favorite fruit is banana. Did you notice what am I wanting to convey? Yes, you got it. The same word banana is the subject in the first sentence and predicate in the second sentence. So, we can say that the same word can be a subject or a predicate in different situations or sentences. Repeat these key points after me. Usually, the subject of a sentence comes first and then the predicate. The subject is a noun or pronoun. The subject as well as predicate may consist of a single or many words. Notice these sentences and speak after me. Here comes the bus. In the forest lived a lion. We have read in the previous slides that subject comes first and then comes the predicate. But look at these sentences. In the first example, you must have noticed that the bus is the subject and here comes is the predicate. And so we see that predicate comes first and then the subject. Now in the second sentence, in the forest lived a lion. The subject is a lion and the predicate is in the forest lived. So, we can say that it is usually the subject which comes first and then the predicate, but sometimes the subject can come after the predicate. Let us see what we learned in this module. We learned that the part of a sentence which names the person or thing we are speaking about is called the subject of the sentence. A predicate is that part of a sentence which tells something about the subject. There has to be a verb in the predicate. In the next module, We shall deal with the